Hey guys, so episode 5 of 60 Days of Blue. It's actually hot. It's like not even like nice hot. Yesterday was nice hot. This is hot hot. Like I don't, my butt's burning as I'm sitting on this little bench. But that's none of your business. Don't worry about my booty, dude. Vegeta!
Eat my ass!
No!
Vegeta!
What in God's name?
I didn't mean to say that.
You don't tell another man to eat your booty? Dear God!
It was accidental!
I don't have a video question today. Today's question came from a comment from a guy named John Smith. He's the first comment I got on one of these videos, and he asked me a question on the second video, and I respect that and I appreciate it. So even though I wanted to do a video vlog where I only answered video questions, this question is going to be a comment that was left on a video, and this is what he had to ask. Alright, so I forgot to do my little intro thing, so before I send you guys the comment, 60 Days of Blue, 60 days of me vlogging, answering questions. I will post a video every day. I actually enjoy making the videos the day of the video simply because I like time to think about the questions, answer them kind of straight, streamlined, and well thought out versus me jumbling my thoughts and figuring it out. But I hate making scripts, so they're still gonna be jumbled up and I'll be figuring it out. It's a lot of shade on my face. There we go, get a little sun, get it popping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little popping. Nah, I don't like it. Go on inside. This is stupid. I don't know who the fuck does videos outside anyway. This is dumb. Okay, this feels better. This looks better as far as I'm concerned because a little sheen, got a little shine on the side of my face, looking like an angel. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, 60 Days of Blue, 60 questions, all submitted by people other than myself, where I answer them live on the stream. And again, I like doing them live the day of the video because I feel like that's more authentic, more real, more me. So without any more further ado, we're gonna go to the question for today's video. Man, so when and how did I get into music? I'm getting old because I have to actually think back, but I've always been into pretty words. Like, I've always been into words that were put together in a way that created an image that resonates with me, be it or just pretty words. Like, I think there's so many words and there's so many ways to say certain things that it always intrigued me. And the way people put words together to create images was something that's always intrigued me. I mean, if you listen to my question about who resonates or who's an artist that influenced me, most of them are people that just create really cool images with their lyricism. So I've always had a thing for pretty words. Now, it started off in poetry when I was like in elementary school, and from poetry in elementary school, that kind of led me into friendships where, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you the story, right? So I'm in 6th grade and I like this girl. So in normal fuckboy fashion, I try to be cool with her brother, right? So I'm cool with her brother as an older brother. I'm cool with her brother trying to make, you know what I'm saying, make myself look like a good dude because I'm trying to get this girl to like me, right? And this is back when liking you was just really liking you, and I wasn't really just trying to do anything crazy because I just liked the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is young love, all right? Keep your mind out of the gutter. The cool thing was that me and her brother got really close. Like, we were really good friends. So he's like, yo, I rap. You ever think about rapping? I'm like, nah, not really. He's like, yo, we should rap. He's like, yeah, we should make every bar like the hottest bar, and we should put on. He's an entrepreneur type dude. So he's always trying to like innovate anything that he touches, right? So he's like, we gotta make the super hot bars. Everything's gonna be like a punchline. We're not gonna miss a beat. It's gonna be ridiculous. Let's rap. So then we started rapping, right? But this is back before phones, so we writing them in a notepad, right? We writing all these rhymes, like notepads on notepads. We spitting rhymes every time we get up with each other. Like, we just try to make all the raps, right? We used to rap into the tape player, the tape deck. You know, it used to be a thing. You could put the paper inside the tape and then put it inside the tape player, the cassette player, and you could record over whatever tape you had, right? So we rapping into the joint. It has a little mic on it. We rapping into it. Like, no bullshit. I might still have a tape of me and this dude rapping. So he introduces me to his good friend who lives next to him, who happens to be Green. I meet Green and I hate him. I hate him, like, I'm not even joking with you. Like, legit, I think we almost had like 6 or 7 fist fights. Like, I hate this kid. Green never really cared. I don't know if he hated me or not, but he never really cared. He's one of those nonchalant types. You ever meet him in person, he's real nonchalant. Nothing bothers him. And I'm a firecracker, so everything bothered me. So it used to bother me that it didn't bother him when something bothered me. So now I got more pissed off. So stay trying to fight this kid. Man, we hated each other, right? But we always hung out because we always hung out with the middle friend, which was John. So we're together all the time. All three of us are inseparable. We're always together. We're always doing something. We're always going somewhere. We always at some party. John's the awkward guy. Green's the fucking chill dude. Everybody gets along. He's just, you know, the everybody likes him. He's real chill. But everybody knows me. I'm like this super popular hothead that everybody knows, right? So we just all over the place. One thing leads to another. John ends up leaving, and disappearing for a while. And when he's gone, me and Green we're still hanging out, and we don't know what you call it. We don't know how to not hang out, even though we don't like each other. We don't know how to not hang out, so we end up hanging out together and rapping. So I ended up going to Green's house at like 11, 12 or 13. I can't remember. I've known this since I was 11, but I think with 13 is when we started hanging out, just he and I. And so he's like, I call him one day, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's good? And I'm just saying, he's like, I call his house. I call his house, and I'm like, yo, we feed the Green or whatever, and she's like, Poopy. Yo, I found out his nickname was Poopy. So I'm like, Poopy. He's like, well, yeah, my nickname Poopy. What you want? He mad, right? He being a high head. I'm like, you know, John ain't around, man. He's like, yeah, I know. He goes, John ain't around or whatever, and he goes, you want to come over and make some music? I'm like, yeah. So I come over there. We start making music. So from 13 till forever, I've literally been putting down rhymes, right? Me and Green are making music in the basement. We're doing little talent shows. We're going to these little A&R meetings. We're in Frontline. I mean, we're making music together since we were 13. You know what I mean? Then that turned into us making a band with some close friends in the town that we were in, making the 5-1. I should have wore the 5-1 shirt for this video. Making the 5-1, and which was, you know, remnants of how we grew up, and it just snowballed from there. But honestly, I'd have to say that music was something that made sense to me, because when I was growing up, I really didn't have, being a hothead, I really didn't know how to articulate my feelings very well. Talking out things and putting things into words was something I wasn't good at. I would kind of like just react. So learning more about words, being interested in words, kind of helped me deal with my feelings, to be honest with you. And then music was just a conduit that I used to express those feelings. That was, you know, different from me just having the conversation. I would say Green was really heavy on getting me into music, because he's so dedicated, and being my best friend, I was trying to, you know, support my best friend and what he was doing. So I wanted to support his dream. And honestly, I didn't realize how much I liked entertaining and talking with people until I started making music and being on stage. And then I realized, like, I'm supposed to be here, you know? Like, I'm supposed to be in front of a bunch of people speaking my mind, be it in rhyme form or be it just a video for YouTube. I'm supposed to be in front of a bunch of people. Like, I know that I'm supposed to influence more than just myself. Like, I just know that in my heart of hearts. So music became my first catalyst for expressing myself. And then I still use it to this day. Like, I still make music, don't get me wrong. Still trying to practice guitar. You know what I'm saying? Red ain't gonna believe me, but I'm still trying to practice guitar. I got a lot of things going on, but I never let go of the fact that, like, pretty words will always be my kryptonite, man. Like, things said beautifully, it's just something I've always been into, especially like when I can say, and some things, like, you know, I have rhymes that I don't ever spit. I mean, I haven't performed in a while, but like, what is it? I got a video up where it's like, ferocious, no toasters, no handguns, learn to throw a jab, had to register my hands once, no dilly dally, I'm madly in love with moving forward, me and my people would die before we're ever broken, there's no questions, there's no regrets when you ponder every move as an opening for checkmate. Like, all that to me was like motivation, but like the way they flow into each other, man, the cadence, those type of things. Like, I like the bars, but I like everything from a literary standpoint that falls into that little stanza, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my challenge, that's my thing, and I think I enjoy doing that the most out of making music. But I was to answer your question in less than 7 minutes, I'd say that my attraction to pretty words started when I was like learning chess. So like in 2nd grade, I started liking pretty words, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like poems, I like reading stories. Like, 2nd grade, I was all over words. And I'd have to say about 6th grade is when music became my way of music and poetry became my way of expressing myself. And then from there, it just never gave up. It just never stopped. Like, I enjoy it. I love music. Music is probably one of the, I forgot the blue thought that I had for it, man, but music can take away fear, it can take away pain, it can put you in a whole nother mindset, man. Like, I listen to music to go to sleep every night. I wake up and play a track. I used to play Cardi B when I woke up in the morning. Like, no bull, I love that woman. I used to play Cardi B, Bodak Yellow. It's to start my day, because you start the day with Bodak Yellow, you gonna start the day fierce, aggressive, you know what I'm saying, determined to get some shit done. Now I should start the day, I might play some R&B, you know what I'm saying, some India.Arie, because listening to her lyricism, she just loved, like, as a black man, you feel like the king of the world listening to India.Arie. If you a black dude, I don't care what nobody say, go listen to India.Arie. I mean, I should get a bag for promoting her like this. Yeah, she is probably the most uplifting of black woman I've ever listened to in my life. I listened to her songs and was like, you know what, you right, India. you right, India. I am brown skinned, and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Like, I love her music. So right now I'm in India.Arie phase. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on how I'm feeling, man. Music can do that for you. I hope that answered your question, John Smith. I'll thank you guys for watching. You know, submit a question, help me out, try and get to 60. Love you guys, and take care.